I think I solved the puzzle about like why we can't find a job.
I think the problem that we've had is that we have people decided they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view.
No, absolutely not. You don't get to do this, dude. This is a totalitarian attitude, and you're just saying this stuff to enslave people.
We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around.
It's like everyone just has a short memory. Like, y'all forgot during COVID when we had power. We always had power, but they found a way to turn it around, and we're being punished for that. They all collectively came out. A lot of them have said this is what's going to happen. That we need to suffer. We need to be reminded. And you see, the thing is, they're now having, one of the reasons why they want everyone to have children, one of the reasons they're having issues with childlessness is that is the easiest demographic to control. When you got no choice, you got to do what you got to do for your kids. So you will take that low-paying job.
And although many of those maggots at the World Economic Forum have a depopulation agenda and they totally kneel before the altars of very strange things, yeah, I could see where they would put a lot of use out of people by squeezing them economically and enslaving them by their own will.
A lot of us ain't got kids. We're not with the bullshit. I'm not doing the job. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying this. I'm not doing that. What are you gonna do? I don't have kids crying at home. So if you want to know what the solution is, I won't say it, but
it's a controlled demolition of the economy. What's going on is just, Klaus Schwab's book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, happened to predict this? No, he conspired it. He helped conspire it. He's in the cult, the same cult that does all this shit to you all the time. Makes you pay to live.
In order to get rid of this pandemic, get vaccinated.
Back to our plans. What we miss to get back to each other, to life.
So we can get back to living.
So people assume we are just going back to the good old world which we had, and everything will be normal again in how we are used to normal, in the old fashion. This is, let's say, fiction. It will not happen. The cut which we have now is much too strong in order not to leave traces.
There's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics in different parts of the world that we have to bring about together with other countries. A different consciousness of what a world order is.
You've been paying to live to a bunch of pirates who've been lying to you about the ground that you walk on for no reason. They're doing artificial sciences, okay? Indeed is just selling your data, ZipRecruiter, all of them. It's all a scam. If you want a little clarification, a little calibration, check out my works. Link in bio, all right?
They gave us Weekend at Bernie's as the smartest guy.
The Big Bang is like a black hole explosion, but on a much larger scale. By finding out how a black hole creates matter, we may discover how the Big Bang created all the matter in the universe.
I don't know why it should be, but it's been uncanny, really. The way that very sophisticated mathematics has proved to be really useful in getting a fundamental understanding of nature. It's a total mystery to me why that should be.
Yeah, so in a sense, the uncertainty principle is telling us that the universe is behaving in a completely chaotic way, or to a certain degree. So one might say that that was the intervention of God, but it would be a rather strange kind of God. Because he would be acting completely in a completely random way.
So I think that the randomness of quantum mechanics is really a mismatch between quantum mechanics and us. In its own terms, quantum mechanics is deterministic, but there's a mismatch between quantum mechanics and us, which makes us think of it as being undeterministic.
So Stephen's asking Ed, what do you mean?
If you want to hear us be philosophers about it, check this out. Screenshot right here. Escaping the Matrix. It's a conversation I had with my friend Taylor. We're sick of this shit. You want to figure out what's real from what's false? We'll help. Listen to our 9.5-hour conversation right here.